I know a lot of people don't like this horse. Randwick race 6, number 10, Quantum Cat.
But Quantum Cat's broken clear. Hollywood Heroes flashing home. Quantum Cat, though, celebrates his first Australian success today.
Hopefully some more selections on the YouTube community tab.
It stormed the ramparts just in front. Lulumon's trying to level up. Stormed the ramparts. Lulumon bobbed. This is close.
Then we're going to go to race 9 at Randwick, number 13, Headley Grange.
Headley Grange all out, 50 to go. Headley Grange in front of Wellwall, and Headley Grange got in by a half length to Wellwall.
We'll go across to South Australia now. I'm going to go race 3, number 3, Starts Now.
Starts Now in Salisbury Hills. Starts Now will just win.
Hello everyone, welcome to this week's preview. Back in profit last week, and it ended up being the YouTube community late selection Lulumon that ensured us profits. So that was really good to watch. I will bring up one or two things before we get on to the tips. First of all, I post my daily selections, for those that don't know, on the Wolf Den app. So if you wouldn't mind going over there, giving me a follow and just seeing what it's all about, really, that would be good. So as you can see down there, I actually tipped a double figure winner, which I haven't done since a long time ago. So maybe I'm hitting form at the right time during the winter months, who knows. But make sure to check me out on Wolf Den. The last Saturday of June is approaching, and this is how the Fan Cup leaderboard is looking. The Steps has just given his best bet for 1 week, which was last week, and bang, he's straight at the top of the leaderboard, tipping Sakala last week. So make sure you get in your best bet in the comments down below by following these rules, as the rules have always been there. So make sure to do that. And let's get on to the tips now. At Caulfield, I'm with Sayedidi Sadadi in race number 8, 2.5 units to the win on at $3.70. Now, in this race, I reckon a lot of people are going to jump off Sayedidi Sadadi and onto the Earlswood train, but I want to explain why I'm sticking with the Sayedidi Sadadi train. This was its last start run at Sandown. Over the 1800 metres, it's highlighted there, Sayedidi Sadadi. Earlswood is the horse in red with the white cap in behind it. Earlswood ends up finishing about 2 lengths ahead of Sayedidi Sadadi. Now, they both carry similar weights on Saturday, and they both are third up. So you'd have to think off that Earlswood should be beating Sayedidi Sadadi. But I thought the way that race was shaping, that it didn't suit the leaders, it didn't suit the horses without cover. It suited the horses with cover, so I thought there was a bit of merit in Sayedidi Sadadi's performance. If we're looking at the respective SPs, Earlswood jumped $10 and Sayedidi Sadadi jumped at $4.60 favourite. Sayedidi Sadadi is also a 4-year-old and Earlswood's a 7-year-old, so which one takes more improvement third up? I thought it would be likely to be Sayedidi Sadadi, and just with those respective SPs, now they're a lot shorter on Saturday, I was happy to stick with Sayedidi Sadadi ahead of Earlswood. It's a bit similar to in the middle of March this year when Miss Aria and Samangu faced off. You'd have to think off the weight swings that Miss Aria would have beaten Samangu that day, but Samangu won just because it was the more progressive horse. I think Sayedidi Sadadi is the more progressive horse out of it and Earlswood, and I'm hoping that it can be in front of Earlswood in the run, and third up to 2,000 metres can get the job done. Speaking of Caulfield, I thought it would be the right time to mention that I'm doing a live stream tomorrow night, Friday night at 7 p.m, doing some form for the rest of the Caulfield races, trying to find the winners, so make sure to tune in at 7 p.m. tomorrow night if you can. If you can't, make sure to watch it on Saturday morning or later on the Friday night. Let's head up to Sydney. Moving up to Sydney, we're in race 8 at Rosehill. I've got 2 units to the win on number 10, Piggyback, at the $4 mark. And this was its last start run at Randwick in a fillies and mares 78 over 1,600 metres. Now it's in an open benchmark 78 over 1,800 metres. So it's up in class a bit, but down 1.5 kilos in weight because of that. Now in this race, I thought Piggyback was in sort of the inferior ground back to the inside and could have won if it was in the winner's position out wider. I speak of Shohisha. And although it was a bunch finish, don't normally like bunch finishes, but I'm trusting the horse on what it's done to date, and that's 4 wins from 11 starts in its career. First up, it beat a good horse called Little Cointreau. So I think Piggyback from gate 1 can settle midfield. We'll need some luck in the straight, but Braithnock's in good form, and I'm hoping he can get the job done. The very next race, race number 9 at Rosehill, I'm with number 6, Glory Days. 1.25 units the win on at $4.60. This was Glory Day's last start run in the Mares Cup at listed level, over 2,000 metres. The market really came for it late, 440 into 360, and it failed. It was off the week back up on this day, and I don't think it handled the week back up all that well. Now it's off a 4-week break heading into this run, which I like. It was 4 weeks between runs when it won 2 starts ago at Randwick, beating Bear on the Loose and Quantum Cat. That form stands up well now. Gate 9 late in the day for Ashley Morgan, a senior rider back on, I think suits. The 54.5 kilos, I think, is an ideal weight for a race of this calibre. The favourite for what I have spot is Ella Maz. Never missed the top 2 from 7 starts in its career. Coming from overseas, it could either be really good and smash them, or it might not be as good as we thought. And if it's the latter, then I think Glory Days is a really good chance. Race 5 at Morphettville, I like number 1, Mataga, 2.75 units to win on at $2.90. This was its last start run in a 2-year-old set weights plus penalties race over the 1,200 metres at Murray Bridge. It's in the listed Oakland's plate on Saturday over 1,400 metres. So I think this time up to 1,400 metres suits this horse, the way it finished off this race, and being by Tavachi out of a reliable man mare. The horse in the Richard and Chantel Jolly colours that finishes second is mostly for show, who's one of its main dangers in this race. However, I just think Mataga is well suited at the set weight scale, and I thought it finished off better in that race than mostly for show. I think the step up to 1,400 metres will suit Mataga more than mostly for show, and the gates they've drawn, I think Mataga can get the back of mostly for show in run and hopefully be too strong late. In the very next race, race number 6, I'm with horse 6, Gotta Be Savvy, 1 unit the win on at $7. This was its last start run behind Elsie May at Sandown. It was a tough day for Gotta Be Savvy on this day. Just got a little bit too far back in a distance short of its best, and the way the race panned out proved hard to make ground. So the reason I like Gotta Be Savvy now on Saturday is that it's only a week and a half in between runs, meaning the horse has pulled up really well from that Sandown race. It's gone across to South Australia. Usually the races are a little bit easier over there. It's third up, so I think it's ready to fire. It's up to 2,000 metres, which is a distance it likes. And with all those things considered, I just thought at the $7 mark, it was worth a play. I thought it's worked through the line. After the line at Sandown last start behind Elsie May was really good. So I think Gotta Be Savvy's over the odds in race 6 at Morphettville. Eagle Farm, race 1. I'm with number 1, Mashani Lily, 2.5 units to win on at $2.30. This was its last start run at the Sunshine Coast in a 3-year-old handicap over 1,000 metres behind Gin Tonic. Looks like a real speedster and went straight to the front here. Just got run down, found one better in Gin Tonic. So it steps up to 1,200 metres on Saturday. It looks like a real speedster, so maybe that might be a question mark, but I think just based off the fact that it's a set weights race and Mashani Lily is 15.5 handicap rating points clear of the second horse, I just think it's so well in this race. Third up is going to be Peking. Jason Collett, a senior rider, goes back on. 56.5 kilos is a drop of weight of 3.5 kilos from its last run, and we're talking about a horse who only 4 starts ago started $3.90 in a race against Arabian Summer, and it was not suited on that day. I think it missed the start, and it's a horse that likes to lead. So Mashani Lily, I'm happy to kick off that way at Eagle Farm. And in the last race, the WJ Healy Stakes, Group 3, 1,200 metres. I've got 0.75 units to win on number 3, General Salute. This was its trial most recently behind Braveheart. This was at Randwick. This was a nice bit of work. It had 2 starts last preparation for 2 wins in a benchmark 94 and the Group 3 Star Kingdom over 1,200 metres, defeating Dragonstone and Ostraka. It's 1-2 from 5 first up. I think from gate 11, that gate will actually be good come this stage of the day. At Eagle Farm, it'll be back as it always gets and charging home late. Whether the post comes up too soon, I'm not too sure. That's why I've only got 0.75 units to win on this horse. But I just think This horse could have improved again this preparation, and judging off its 2 most recent wins, I think it's a good chance in this race. Now it's time for Let It Ride. This has not gone well for me the past 3 weeks, all duck egg weeks. Had Fleetwood took a bit of a risk 3 weeks ago. It finished about 8th. Then it was Zarkana who got too far back and finished 6th. And then it was Taltani Fields who got stuck 3-4 wide no cover last week at Ipswich and ran about 6th. So who am I going to get beat this week? I'm chucking it all the place on Caulfield race 8, number 10, Sayyidi Sadati the place. Even if Earlswood is just that little bit stronger, I'm confident that Sayyidi Sadati can fill one of the minor spots. $1.80 currently on Bet365 to place, so I thought that was good enough odds to take for this week's Let It Ride. Thanks everyone for watching this week's preview. It's going to be currently a 12.75 unit spend. Once again, make sure to check the YouTube community tab on race morning to see if I've added in any more selections, maybe like a Lulumon from last week. I won't add that in this week, but you know what I mean. I might add in... it doesn't matter. Anyway, thanks everyone again for watching, and until next week's preview, bye for now.